East and Southwest, it's a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pigskin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause I blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OGs...
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Winston. This one complete to Coleman. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Winston. This is Coleman with a grab. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Come on, set. 15 line. 15 line. Look at me, zipper. Let's go.
On first down, it's Turner. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
From the 30 on second down, stick and an alley to run. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
Let's go. 60 outlaws.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run on first down. Turner looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
80 weapon. Hey, Delta.
Check 99. Check 99.
They'll throw on second down his stick. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third down, they'll throw with stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. They start on the ground here at Sanders, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. In on the stop, it was Dorrance Armstrong. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back near his own goal line, Winston. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but now it's third down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, first and 10. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
On the set.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Let's go.
On first down, it's Curtis. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now Sanders, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Jones on the return. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Stick. Man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Hey, wahoo!
1st and 10, Stick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Go. Check Mike 55.
On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. This one complete to Scott Miller.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. It's caught by Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready? Black, what is that? Choose the mic. Record.
A first down throw for Winston. That's caught. It's Coleman. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Jameis to throw it. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stick. And that's caught inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
5. Yep.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. He's going to go up top for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Hey, Zoo.
52 by 52. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On 3rd down, it's Stick. This is Johnson. He's got it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
Yeah, they should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They'll run on first down. It's Turner. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Put up.
41 to Mike, 41.
On second down, it's Stick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Now, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 28-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This will be caught by Brown. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On third down, Winston. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. On the return is Jones. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
On the ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Blue down, blue down. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Corey's the mark. Watch the fly, watch the fly, watch the fly. Watch the fly, motion, pop. Shot. Corey's the mark, man.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Ready? Black, 22. Push him back. Push him back. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, we got to get this stop here.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Jameis now on 1st down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
3rd and long for Winston. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play on the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The tackle there by Fabian Moreau. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
22 yards there, a first down. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Come on, set, 30 base. Recon, 132 fighter.
No. Be driven.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Curtis. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Right, 54.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Hatchet. General West. Smooth.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. And an alley to run. He's to the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Stick from the gun. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Kenny Clark able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, it's Curtis. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. A shotgun throw for Stick. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown on the year. The Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. And send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Stick back to pass. He finds his man Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. 1 play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
41 Mike. Let's go, baby. Return over. Get that ball. Get that.
From the 39, Stick. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Open man is Miller. He's got it.
couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Stick looking to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Stick looks to throw it again. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd down now, it's Curtis, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On 2nd down. It's Sanders, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs. 1st down, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Hey, team 6, 5.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stick. Being chased out left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
The Dolphins on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Winston now to throw on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Follow. Let him go.
Now Winston. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here, the 32. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 12, Winston. It's caught by Coleman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston got a man. It's Brown. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He gets it to Thomas. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. And they just took a timeout. with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Dolphins, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me